through a little bit of mobility with you. Now, this is really non-specific advice. It's not going to necessarily be the thing that's the best stretch for every person to do that's been having lower back or upper back pain, but it can be a way to get you moving, gently using some of the mobility through the spine without a lot of extra discomfort. And I often will suggest that people try this before they have the opportunity to see me if we've had a chat on the phone. It's going to be a few days until I'm able to see them in the clinic. Now for this, all you're going to need is a surface where you can get onto your hands and knees. For myself, I feel there's actually more comfort if I fold my yoga mat over. It's a pretty long one, but just adds a little bit more padding for my knees while I'm doing this. And you're going to get onto your hands and knees. You want to have your knees and your hands about hip width apart. And the motion that we're going to go through is an arch of the lower back as you bring your head to look forward, and around of the lower back as you bring the head down. Now I do suggest whenever you're doing this, to kind of gently ease into the movement. The intention's not to have you pursuing a lot of range. So we're not trying to get a lot of extra mobility and push into really aggressive stretches. And you could even pair this with your breath. So again, we could breathe in and then breathe out as I'm arching the back and looking forward, and then breathe in as I'm rounding up. I'm going to breathe out and breathe in. Okay, now for most people, kind of repetition wise, going through somewhere between 5 to 10 of each motion feels really beneficial. Some people will find it even more beneficial if they try more repetitions. So I do always suggest kind of see what works best for you. This is something that I may have somebody doing kind of 2 or 3 times a day until they get the chance to see me. Now the advice I always give with this is if something that you start makes you feel worse, so your pain is feeling more intense, or you're feeling stiffer from having done it, it's a good sign that at this point in time that movement isn't beneficial for you, or it may not be the right type of motion for you at this point in time. Now that doesn't mean that it's not going to be beneficial for you down the road, so I always tell people don't be concerned. It may be something that we use as like a maintenance thing once things are feeling better. But again, this is kind of a gentle mobility exercise you can try and see if it starts to help you feel a little bit better before you get the chance to see a physiotherapist.